We live in a world that celebrates niceness as a virtue, and it's very important to approach the nice guy persona with a healthy dose of skepticism. I like to get into the meaning of words, right? So what we're gonna do is look at the etymology of the word nice. The original meaning comes from the Latin word necius, which means ignorant or unaware. The old French meaning of nice was silly, foolish, or simple. In Middle English, around the 13th through 15th century, it was used to mean foolish, stupid, or senseless. See where we're going here? The facade of niceness can often mask a lack of self-awareness, honesty, both with oneself and others. And today we're diving into why being wary of excessive niceness is important on a path to self-mastery of one's own personal development and growth. A nice guy may not always be honest with himself. This self-deception can stem from a desire to be liked, a fear of conflict, or an inability to confront one's own flaws with his desires. However, if one cannot be honest with himself, it's impossible for that person to be honest with anybody else. You see, this lack of authenticity creates a barrier to genuine connections and personal growth. When going on a journey of self-mastery, radical honesty is your superpower. And this means confronting uncomfortable truths about oneself and the world and having no problem expressing it. Now, this is done with clarity of thought, with purpose, and with action. In this mind state, your mission becomes more defined. You just won't have the desire for superficial niceness or acceptance. And as you progress on this journey, you'll find that associating with nice or simple people does not serve you, and it actually stagnates your growth. Instead, you should be in alignment with other focused, direct individuals. You should be in counsel with other snipers like yourself. These are people who, like you, are committed to their goals. They speak the truth, and they don't shy away from necessary confrontations or difficult realities. Some may look at this approach as rude, but in reality, this position exemplifies authenticity. And by moving beyond the constraints of always being nice, you can unlock greater potential for self-realization and ascension. All right, so now let's look at the power of words, and let's look at how language is being used as tools of social control. Language is a powerful tool that shapes your thoughts, your beliefs, and your behaviors. Throughout history, those in positions of power have often used language to maintain their status and influence the masses. Now, let's explore how language can be weaponized for social control. If you're in my community, if you're in the Sacred Society, you've heard me speak on this already, right? But let's re-examine the concepts of master morality and slave morality, right? And how certain values may be manipulated to maintain existing power structures. Let's go into master morality versus slave morality. The concepts of master morality and slave morality was first introduced by Friedrich Nietzsche in his work on the genealogy of morality. Master morality, according to Nietzsche, is characterized by nobility, strength, and the creation of values. Those who embody master morality determines what is good or bad based on what benefits them. They value traits like courage, self-reliance, and ambition. On the other hand, slave morality is a reaction to master morality. Slave morality tends to paint the powerful as evil, and it elevates the virtue of those who have no power. So this is how language is used to control. Some of those who embody master morality may use language to reinforce slave morality among the masses. This is one of the ways that they maintain power. You see, what they do is promote certain words and concepts as if they're virtuous, even when these concepts do not serve the best interests of those adopting them, right? For example, the word nice, it used to mean ignorant, foolish. Now it's considered a positive attribute. Listen, this is very subtle, but it's powerful. This is discouraging people from being assertive, from challenging authority. Another example is the word humble. Now, some of y'all are gonna defend this down in the comments. I already know it, but words have meanings. And you think that being humble is a virtuous attribute, but humility will prevent you from recognizing your worth or your potential. The literal definition of humble is to have a low, estimation of yourself or to be in a low political or social rank. If you want humble, you can have it. I don't want it. Here's a few other words that I want you to steer clear away from. Obedient is praised as a virtue, right? But it stifles individual thinking, and you need to assess who you're being obedient to. Do they have your best interest at heart? Number 2 is modest. Here's the definition: to be unassuming or moderate in the estimation of one's own abilities or achievements. Now, if your abilities in a particular subject are truly small or truly moderate, then being modest in that space is appropriate, but not just across the board. Arbitrarily being modest is not the vibe. Number 3 is selfless. The definition: concerned with the needs and wishes of others than one's own. Number 4, content. To be satisfied. You see where I'm going with this? This strips away your power or your desire to be ambitious. Now let's talk about the trap of false virtue, right? There's a danger in the misinterpretation of these concepts. While traits like kindness, humility, and selflessness can be admirable in moderation, when taken to extremes or adopted without critical thought, they could become tools of self-suppression. People that's aspiring these so-called virtues may inadvertently limit their own potential for growth and self-actualization. They may avoid healthy conflict, suppress their own needs and desires, or fail to advocate for themselves effectively. This results in a population that's easy to control and less likely to disrupt power structures. They're going to just accept the status quo arbitrarily. I want you to understand how powerful language is. Words do have power. It's like a magical spell. They are affirmations. They create your reality depending on how you use them. Now, this is why it's important to know what you're saying at all times. If you're not certain that you know what that word means, look it up. It's so easy. Do not be confident in ignorance. It's really weird when people are. I'm like, you have your phone in your hand. You can Google, research, ChatGPT, any information nowadays, but people don't. They go off of their feelings, and that's just not wise. Don't tether your feelings or beliefs with truth unless there is objectionable proof. That's just the wise way to be. When you are aware of how language can shape our perceptions and behavior, you can make a more conscious choice about the values that suit you best. This awareness gives you a more balanced approach to self-mastery. We dive into topics like this in depth every Thursday within our community called the Sacred Society. The Sacred Society is a mentorship program for people who want to elevate themselves mentally, physically, spiritually, and of course the financial. There is a private Discord that our members have access to, in which we all build in. We have weekly lectures that I or someone in my circle will give every Thursday to the community, and then we open it up for a live discussion. We also have a VIP portion of the mentorship of the Sacred Society, in which I do a one-on-one assessment with each person, right? I ask a battery of questions to understand what it is that this person is really seeking. And then what we do is we put together a 3-month plan, protocol that's going to get that person from where they are to where they want to be. And if I can't do it, 100% someone in my network. I have a network of snipers, network of people that are killing it, right, across the board. If I can't, somebody in my community will be able to, okay? We can always get you there to the right people, and you have more access to me. So anyway, first link down below is for the Sacred Society. It is called sacredsociety.io. Come give us a try, test it out, audit the class, see what you like. Anyway, I'll see y'all next week. Peace.